Hello Factorio people, welcome back to Factorio Overexplained, episode 27. I scaled up a whole bunch of stuff like I said I would. Here's 4 lanes of iron, 4 red lanes of iron, same with the copper. Steel we did on camera. I doubled up green circuits somewhat. I still think I could probably do a bit better than this, TBH. No, it's 2 whole copper belts. It's fine. It will be an issue once we get sorted with today's episode, because it's going to be purple circuits, or blue circuits, or processing units, if you prefer. And I doubled up the green circuits as well, although looking at it, not everything's getting enough copper wire, is it? What on earth has happened here? Yeah, I am very, very short on copper wire, because I'm an idiot. It's fine. I'll fix that later. There's definitely more red circuits than there was in the last episode, just not these last 6. If I do this with the rate calculator, this should be balanced, yeah. So I could get rid of the last 6 entirely and it wouldn't be a problem. But it's okay. It's okay. For now. I need another 2 on each side, which is going to be a hassle to squeeze in, but whatever, it's fine. Let's do processing units, shall we? Processing units are the last big bottleneck. No, that's not true. Low density structures are also a pain. I completely finished all the purple research as well while I was going at it. This space will not be here forever. As soon as I get the mold sorted, and by that I mean once I get yellow research started, I can research logistics system like straight away. That'll be the first one that I do, so that I can build the logistics base more. So this space I can use for something. I mean, it's annoying. Purple circuits, blue circuits. I'm showing my age here with saying the purple circuits, how long I've been playing the game. With the processing units, it requires a fluid, so I feel like if I put it here, it's going to be a disaster. Equally, this might be the best opportunity to put the water fill mod on so that I can just have this water going in there like that and get rid of this stupid ugly pipe. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We will sort it. Processing units require an obscene amount of electronic circuits, 20, to make 1 processing unit. Frankly, ridiculous. So if we get the old rate calculator out, we can support 20 assembly machines with 1 belt of green circuits. This is currently making just shy of 2 belts, I believe. Nope, 1.2. More than 1, which is why I've done this. So these red inserters go on this side, this lane. These ones go on this lane, so then this balancer puts some of these on this side, and this balancer puts some of these on this side, so then by the time it gets to the bottom, it is vaguely balanced. A 2 belt lane balancer at the end would probably not go amiss, but it's fine. This will start running at capacity once I turn this on, but a whole red belt of greens is certainly going to be an issue. We're going to have to really start ramping up here. But let's consume a whole belt of green circuits with 20 of these and see how it goes. What I like to do for this build is have inputs of the physical products on this side. The build is 10 seconds, so even red inserters for the greens should be fine if we use the rate calculator. Now that I've done my episode on the rate calculator, I'm just going to lean very heavily on it. Yeah, a red inserter. Because this number is less than 1, you need 1 less. One red inserter will still insert the exact right amount of purple. Green circuits to make the purples. Actually, what I might do is I might build this with production modules in mind, just because it can be quite helpful. So if we change this back to transport belts, 22, so we can squeeze an extra 2 machines out of this, and this will give us 96 per minute, compared with 20 of these would give us 90 per minute. Is it worth the extra power to do this? I mean, one of these is going to use quite a lot, and I am slightly concerned about power. Once everything's up and running, it could be an issue. Once I get yellow science going, then every single one of these things is going to have to be working at once. And that is what I'm worried about. So, I mean, I can always add more solar grids in here. I wonder if one solar grid is as much as this. Probably not. I'm just wondering if it's worth taking this out now and replacing these 2 spaces here, these 2 grid spaces here with solar grids. I don't know. Anyway, alright, we're going to do this. So we could do... No, I'm not going to do it. I've changed my mind. Just because 22 is awkward. Right. Flip this onto this side. So one lane of these will be green circuits, one lane will be red circuits, and then do the old... It's actually not the same with these as it is for... No, this isn't right. There's a better way to do this. There's a better way to do this that involves... No, there isn't. This is going to have to be it. Blues, reds. Don't know why I'm doing it like that. And then the reds can output here. Copy, flip, like that. And then I could power this with substations and using undergrounds, but I'm going to power it like this. Just because I kind of prefer the symmetry of these. I kind of... Substations are very good, don't get me wrong, but where there was a build that just was... Just having a bit of space in between units just makes things a lot easier, and it was this, wasn't it? It was getting the substations exactly spaced out. It's more important with the smelting columns because they take up a lot more space. If we split each set of 4 of these up with power poles, then it probably wouldn't have fit vertically. Steel's good. Right, that's fine. Now it's just a case of where it's going to go. And I will expand this a bit further so that copying and pasting it becomes easier. Where is this going to go? Here, with some undergrounds to get out of the way of the roboport. Probably not, because I also need... Ugh, so awkward. This is my only complaint with this city block design, and there's not really any way around it, is that it's fine if you can squeeze everything in the middle. When you have to start building around the roboports, it becomes annoying, and the way around it is, of course, to just get rid of them and then place... Whoops, I alt-tabbed there. Good job I only had OBS open. The way around it is to just remove these and put more down, so I'll just do that. The logistics areas can overlap. Like, currently they're exactly tiled. Like, one tile to the left or to the right, or even up and down, separates it from at least the roboport in that direction, but it was still obviously part of the entire network because it's touching this one, which is touching this one, which is touching this one, which is touching this one. This section here doesn't break it. The robots can and still will travel this way. They won't have to go all the way around. They won't have a problem leaving the orange area to get over here if it was needed. But obviously we still want the whole area covered in the logistics network. So what I'll do is I'll just put this design down first and then put roboports down afterwards, which is generally the way to go. So 1, that's 4. What did we say? 20. Yeah, 4, 8, 12, and you know the rest of the numbers. Okay, so then these don't serve any purpose, these don't serve any purpose, neither does this. I mean, are the undergrounds really necessary here? No. But it looks nice, doesn't it? Right, now we just need to bring everything in. And that isn't going to involve expanding the bus even further. At least for green circuits. Yes, I know I can't reach. Please build a ghost. Green circuits, red circuits, and the fluids. And I did say with the fluids that I would build pumps on the ends. So I should do that. Just to keep the pressure up. Keep the pressure on, if you like. That is unfortunately a bit ugly, but... there is as far as that goes, there is as far as that goes, and then you can copy and paste a unit and then it becomes very easy to just know exactly how far it can reach. You could even take that a step further and copy and paste like 5 all at once. There you go. It's probably going to take quite a lot of pipes to do that. Oh, do I not make pumps anywhere? I've got exactly 4 pumps on me, so that was a bit of luck. There. Oh, they're not powered. Of course they're not powered. I should have... there we go. And the bottom one is sulfuric acid. It doesn't need a huge amount of sulfuric acid. I'm sure that if I did the rate calculator on this and saw that it took 540 sulfuric acid per minute, I'm sure even one of these would suffice. Yeah, 3,000 per minute. You can make the sulfuric acid locally in that regard, rather than bossing it up and down. But equally, doing that means that you have to bust the sulfur up and down, which I have done anyway, because what else does raw sulfur go into? Does anyone find it weird that sulfur has an F? Sulfuric acid. Oh, explosives, that's right. I'm going to want explosives in them more. Because they are a part of clip explosives, which I'm definitely going to want in them all. The hub, if you prefer. Okay, time to just plug this bad boy in. Now that I'm using red belts, I could start spacing these one further away. Functionally no different, except you're saving a belt, 2 belts in fact, on every underground, but it's the kind of thing that you just change en masse once you rebuild all your builds to blue belts. You just change it there and then. Like, you could do this on each of your crossroads here. Ain't no one got time for that. It's basically my analysis of that. It doesn't matter which side. Often it does. In this particular situation it doesn't, because it's one of these builds that's going from both sides, much the same way that the red circuits is that as well. Oh, I wish I had fixed this. So sad. And I want to make sure that my undergrounds are correct here. So it's there, and then 4 spaces, and then... Why did I copy 2 like that? There, and then... Oh no, this is wrong. What's happened? Oh, it's because this isn't the end of that bit of the bus. Of course it wouldn't be. Because eventually I'm going to have 4 lanes here, so that would in fact be the 3rd lane, the 4th lane, and then the 1st space, then the 2nd space of the bus. There we go. And then 4. Yeah, there we go. So that would in fact be there, like that. And then... You could do this all the way down. I don't think the bus is going to expand any more than this. This lane is going to be for a 2nd lane of plastic, should we ever need that. Blue circuits, processing units are going to go here. 2 lanes of red circuits is more than enough. Whoops. Two lanes of red circuits is more than enough for what we're doing. And then if I just drag this across, this can meet there like this can meet there like this. It's not self-balanced at all. So a 1 lane balancer, a 1 belt balancer, sorry, a 1 belt balancer, lane balanced, will suffice somewhere. I still insist that this is more than good enough for what you're using it for. Now the big question is do we plug this in on the left or the right? Makes no difference. We don't need a whole red belt of reds, but we definitely need a whole belt of greens. We should see that. It will get to the end once it's sorted, but we're not pumping sulfuric acid in, so rather than pumping sulfuric acid in twice, generally you just loop it at the bottom because it's more than enough to do it like this. You could even put a pump somewhere should you desire it, but that will be more than enough pressure for this. And then that one can go if that is the end. So then I just need to... Oh, that's fine. Oh no. There. There. Whoops. Right, and then I can use these as the guide. Yeah, that's fine. A pump here would be good. But I need a bit more room for that, so I'll put it here by the pylon, at least. It would make the most sense. It's gonna not quite be enough, but enough space, but that's fine. Right, there we go. As soon as the robots get that sorted, we should start seeing purple circuits inbound. And then we can tidy up a few more things that I want to just get sorted for future-proofing moving forwards. So where is my car? Where did I put that bad boy? All the way over there. Great. Are these gonna work? Oh yeah, I don't have pumps in the don't have pumps in the hub in the mall. I need an engine unit for that. All right, fine. I just won't use it. I think it will be fine in the short term. In the long term, I will fix it. But for now, I am not going to faff around with that. Although I probably could, to be fair, because I make engine units somewhere for the science. So I could just go and pick up some engine units for that. No, it's over there. I'm not turning around now. I'm going back to the car. Oh, plastic. I also doubled up on plastic. I was concerned that that was going to take a lot more of my crude oil than I was making, but it seems to be fine, for now at least. Plastic is mostly going into the red circuits. Hello, car. I must install the vehicle snap mod as well when I remember to install the water fill mod, because why haven't I gotten rid of these trees yet? Please, I didn't need to do that. Trees and rocks only. At least get rid of these ones here and these ones here. The very least. Oh, oh god. Driving. Alright, my robot's over there. I'm gonna leave them. Gonna leave them behind. Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't put roboports back down. Did I? So I wonder if purple circuits room gonna work now. They are. Hooray! It's happening. How's that affected power? Yeah, you can see it's, you know, it's getting there. Right, what I wanted to do here is change these to be speed module Mark 1s. Now that this chest is full. Very full, in fact, extremely full. Too full, really, some have said. Okay, and then we'll do the equivalent with speed module Mark 1s, and then that'll give us a nice head start on making Mark 2s and Mark 3s of these. Because, I mean, these will make 12 per minute, which, you know, is fine. But plus, speed module Mark 1s go in assembly machine Mark 3s. So having a stockpile of this will be good. Not that we can really upgrade to assembly machine Mark 3s soon, because everything is scaled for red belts anyway. Like, if I were to change these to assembly machine Mark 3s, they would be using far too much copper. I suppose we could balance that out with some prod modules, but, you know, I wanted to take all of these, and all of these, and plop down, at the very least, this one. It's kind of awkward, isn't it, really, that the robot's going to have to go all the way around. The rate calculator does have energy on it. Let's not get the radar in. Electricity. 349 megawatts. Compared with a grid section, which is... Hello? There we go. Yeah, 40 megawatts. So, it doesn't make any sense to remove this for a grid section of solar panels. Currently. This is still doing a fair bit of work. It's just, where else am I going to put them? I will do this for now. It's not ideal, but the robots should be fast enough and working fast enough to jump this gap. If they go... What will happen is if they travel from here to here and they're in a no man's land and they run out of electricity, they will go towards the nearest roboport. Your worst case scenario in that regard is that they come to here, they run out of electricity, they come back, they charge, they try again, they come back, you know, and they never ever get anywhere because they're just making this run all the time. If they can get far enough on one charge to make this one, or even this one, their nearest roboport, it should be okay. Generally, don't build concave logistics networks like this, as a rule. If it was convex, it would be slightly different, because they would at least try, you know, they're going to try and go over here. They would at least still be entirely contained. I mean, even if they did this, they would then go back this way. They would never come back this way. It's a good rule of thumb, basically. Try not to build concave logistics networks. Square, convex. There's something else I wanted to do back here, and I can't remember what it was. Except, obviously, blow the whole damn thing up, because it's a complete waste of time now. Roboports, sure, I'll bring those. I've got the space. Cliff explosives, I believe that was one of the things. Oh boy! I'll just fill my inventory up, I'm not going to take anything more than that. It's funny how I said this starter base is just, you know, not fit for purpose anymore, and it's been 27 episodes. It's because there's still coal. That's why. Once this coal runs out, then it probably is time for it to go, because then that means there's no more plastic. Well, there is this right here, though. It'd be really easy to just belt this and bung that there instead, wouldn't it? If I'd have known it was going to last this long, I would have integrated it into the grid system. And I mentioned that before, that some people who are much better players than me and who plan a lot more ahead than I do, what is this pylon doing here? Do that. They have their starter base blueprinted in such a way that it fits this, or at least fits one of them. And rather than bussing stuff, it's just all like direct insertion and things, and then they upgrade to logistics chests early on. Right. I could go over there and let my robots do that job for me, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put it in the logistics hub, absolutely miles away from the job that it needs to do. But, you know. Oh, God, there was a pipe there. Didn't see that. I did see that pylon, I just honestly thought I would avoid it. Alright, get out. Get out! Solar panels, accumulators, go for it. Oh, I make roboports now, don't I? Silly me. Silly me. I need some on me though, because as I say, I need to make sure that this gets done. Right. So, as long as we cover all the green up with orange, we're alright. And this, you know, it starts to get a bit ugly, a bit of a mishmash. It was nice when all of the lines were nice and even like that. I mean, you know, you can't really complain, but... So one there, one there, and then that doesn't... Yeah. Gonna need even more than that. No, this one should still suffice, right? No, there's gonna be a really thin little bit, isn't there, in the... This one never needed to go. But there's going to be a very thin green line here. And it's not the end of the world, it's just the problem is if you've got logistics robots coming towards you and you leave the orange zone, even for a moment, all the robots just give up and they go back. And then once you re-enter the orange zone, a fresh set of tasks are generated. So it's not, you know, it's not the worst, but it's also not the best. So I've left an orange zone now, so if any robots were coming towards me, they will now not bother. I'll do. Right. Oh no, it's just about enough. It's just about enough. I honestly thought there would be like 1 pixel of space not covered. Cool. Oh, did I upgrade my solar... I did upgrade my solar panel. Don't know if you remember, we had an issue where this substation wasn't powering this roboport, it was too far away, so I changed it. But I can't remember if I actually changed the blueprint or not, and I did, because I'm the best. Actually, something I remembered to do, fancy that. Cliff explosives, please, logistics robots, take them away from me, I don't need... Actually, leave me some, leave me 40. Have I shown you the robots yeeting the cliff explosives yet? It's pretty funny. You can set cliffs as its own entity in the deconstruction planner, along with some other weird things like ghost entities. Let me just make sure I don't get hit by a train here. Good. Ghost entities. Items on ground, that's a good one. Let's double check that there's no items on the ground anywhere. No. Good. Sometimes it does happen if your inventory gets overflowed, if you pick up a chest or something, or you pick up a belt and it, you know, drops stuff on the ground. So that's good. We've successfully avoided that. What are these other things? Item request slots. So if you copy a building and it has modules in it, it also generates an instruction for the robots to do that. So you can clear those with the deconstruction planner as well. And tile ghost is the same as entity ghost, except for just brick paths and things like that. What was I doing? Cliff explosives. Yes, that's right. Come on, hurry up. Thank you. Oh, they were on their way before I decided to, yeah. So if you do a deconstruction planner for cliff explosives, it tells you 13, but what that just means that there's 13 separate sections of cliffs. But the way a cliff explosive works is that it destroys in an area like this. So that was probably like 2 or 3 cliffs. For the robots, they throw them. It's pretty funny. Yeet! I wish they could do that for everything. I wish they could throw modules into machines from far away like that. Somebody get on that with a mod, would you? That would be grand. Yeet's still a thing the kids say, right? Probably not. Kids probably stopped saying it ages ago, and now the boomers say it because they think it's the vernacular. Yeet! I don't believe you can get hurt by them. I'm pretty sure that you can't. See, one came back there. Anyway, that was enough cliff explosiving. Cliff explosiving? I don't know how long I've been recording, and I don't have my phone on me, so I can't even see the time. I wanted to do it between like 6:15 and 7 PM. This might just end up being a short one. It's processing units. Is there anything we could do with these processing units right here, right now? Let's have a look at FNEI, shall we? Process. They go to personal batteries Mark IIs, which would be nice, except we don't have any low density structures. Discharge defense we don't need. Efficiency modules Mark 1 and Mark 2 and 3, sorry. Energy shield we don't need. Exoskeletons. Exoskeletons go in here to make you run faster, but we don't really have the space for exoskeletons at the moment, and they take up quite a lot of power, so I don't want to take solar panels away to move faster. Personal laser defense we won't need. Power armor. Aha! Oh no, power armor's what I'm wearing. Yeah, I already did that bit. In fact, this is an irrelevant conversation because I just remembered that I did this already, didn't I? I started making processing units here. Yeah, 2.3 thousand of them. Got a green bit here. Oh, that's alright, that's where this thing is. Where was I? Modules. They go into utility science, so I need to make these. I've done flying robot frames on camera before. I haven't done low density structures. Low density structures is very easy. Portable fusion reactors, that's worth doing. 4x4 size, but free energy. 750 kilowatts for 4x4, compared with 30 times 16, 300, 480 kilowatts. So yeah, definitely just upgrade to portable fusion reactors if you've got the space. You'd have to then rejig this somewhat because that's 4x4, so you would need this much space for one. Nope, that's 5. This much space for one. The power armors are deliberately designed to be awkward sizes, 7x7, just to make it challenging for you. Personal robot port Mark IIs will be good once we've got low density structures. Power armor Mark IIs, I need to build a stockpile of these to make this basically as soon as possible. I mean, yeah. I have no idea how long I've been recording for. I kind of am tempted to just also bung down some low density structures, because they are very, very simple to make. But I'd also have to extend the bus. Unless I squeeze it in here, but then this bloody water pipe is here. No, I'll do it next time. I'll do it next time. Because I am kind of concerned about supplies coming in. Let's turn this off, it's ugly. Well, that was quick. I wish, in a way, I hadn't have put these here. What I might do to solve this problem is, just thinking about what I'm going to do in the future, is remove these and double up these, copy and paste this entire design here as well, so I now got 8 lanes of iron, 8 lanes of copper. This is a false economy over here, which I don't believe is the correct usage of that phrase, because this is fed entirely from this patch of iron. And if we use the rate calculator, and I didn't mention this last time, and I should have done, you can also use the rate calculator on the miners. This actually only makes 3 red belts of iron, and that's going to go down constantly as miners become spent. In fact, oh no, it does take into account the fact that this one has nothing to do. So even though we balance the outputs over 4 lanes, if we were using iron constantly, we would only get 3 lanes of iron in here, and I'm building for 4 lanes. So, and I believe the same is for the copper. Oh no, the copper's a bit better, it is just about 4 lanes, but the same applies. If this was running full tilt, these ones here at the end wouldn't actually have anything to do. So it's not a simple case now of just going, oh, you know, rebalance this balancer to be 8 lanes and then double this design up here. I would have to also start thinking about bringing in a separate supply of iron up here, which I can do. This big boy is up here, 15 million. That would very easily go from there to there. The copper 5.3 is fine, not really enough though. I could tap both of these and add this to this network, this to this network, and then have another station here and then probably here, and in which case this is going to have to go. 7.8 million is fine. It's tough. It's tough. I'm going to get more mining productivity soon, once I get yellow science, but then I'm only going to get one more level of it, another 10% mining productivity, and I won't get any more until I get space science sorted. So I am going to have to solve this. Especially with just red belts as well. Blue belts is a whole different kettle of fish. I want to start using modules at about the same time I upgrade to blue belts, because obviously it's 48 here in a line. If it was blue belts, it would be another 50% on top of that, which is another 24, which is 72. Which, as you can see, is not going to fit in one grid section. But when you start using modules, you lower those numbers down again, because you add productivity and you increase the speed. So you kind of want to be doing that at roughly the same time, just so that it can all fit in a grid square and you haven't got like ginormous columns. There's also a case to be made for smelting on site and bringing it in with trains. The issue with that is it's just a lot more laborious in terms of setting it up, especially before you get to the mega base portion. If you tapped this and then fed it into a smelting factory and then built trains to bring the iron in, you could do that. You could do that. You'd have to go and build it, power it, which obviously you're doing with this section anyway. But then smelting it, you've got the issue. You've got the issue that you've got now is that if you build this and you balance it to 4 lanes, as soon as this stops outputting more than 4 lanes of iron, then this is running inefficiently. You may as well just mine as fast as you can and bring that in with trains, and then if this is not running fast enough, you can just add another mining outpost somewhere, which we're going to have to deal with. It's going to involve finding more locations out here. The high level thinking is that if your iron, if you imagine a big line, let me actually draw a straight line. If you imagine a big line through the middle of your base, like this space out here is functionally infinite. So there's no reason to tap any copper out here and clog up your train network. If you just say, all my iron is going to come this way, because I've built my iron here on the north side of the base, and vice versa if all my copper comes from this way and I ignore any iron, which I haven't actually done because I'm tapping I'm tapping this iron here for steel. But I could change that. I could have all my iron coming from above the line and ignore any copper. Vice versa down here, have all my copper coming in from this way, ignore any iron. This space out here is functionally infinite, and all patches are only going to get more dense the further out you go. So there's no reason to stress skipping past a 20 million copper here if it would involve a train going, you know, oh, I'd have to now join up these networks, which you could join up the networks, of course. It's not necessarily a problem to join up the networks like that. It can just make things a bit easier for you to say, I have one network that's all my copper coming in. You know, you could say copper and stone this way, iron and oil this way. It's up to you, really. I'm just saying that is one way to think about it. And I will have to fix that. And it's going to be a big job because there's also a train track here that's in the way with this oil. But if the starter base goes, then this can go. This rail can stay, although it probably can't stay because if I build another 2 grid sections here and here to have the trains going like this, and then dropping off. Oh, that's not even going to work, is it? I'm going to have the trains. I'm going to have them out here, and then have the grid squares here, and have this be a station where the train comes in and unloads here, and I'll have that twice, so that I can have 4 lanes of copper here, 4 lanes of iron here, and then have exactly the same on the other side. 4 copper, stations here and here. Forgive my terrible drawing. Stations unloading here and here, which is going to mean moving the solar panels and stuff like that, but it's going to be a big job. It's going to be a big job. And if I was sensible, I would have planned for that. And I feel like at one point I did plan for that, and I did say, oh, I'm going to want more than 4 lanes of each of these, and then just filled it up with solar panels regardless. But I could have, while I was over here, if I was thinking about it, picked up some flying robot frames and made even more construction robots, which would certainly speed things up. Right, anyway, that was some high level talk, and I've got some time, so things might be extremely different the next time you see the base. I'm not going to force you to watch me tapping this and tapping this. The one thing I will say about this series is it has made me actually want to play Factorio again. Like, I played some Dyson Sphere the last time I played Factorio, then I bought Dyson Sphere, and I hadn't actually come back to play Factorio since. But doing this series has reinvigorated my desire to actually just play Factorio for fun, on top of this informative series, which I hope you're all enjoying. So with that, and I can't for the life of me tell you how long this episode is now. Could be an hour and 20 minutes. Though I doubt it, because my partner's not come in and said the food's ready, because I put the food in the oven. And it takes an hour, so I'm going to go with that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please let me know with a like or a comment, and if you want to see more Factorio Overexplained going forwards, then be sure to subscribe. Other than that, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.